Right, next up, the Easter school holidays are upon us, and there are concerns that some children may be going hungry without their regular school meals. But there is one charity trying to support those families that may need help at this time, and that charity is Penny Appeal. Charlene Edwards is Director of UK Programmes for Penny Appeal. She's also a qualified social worker. She's a life coach, family mediator. Joins me on the line right now. Charlene Edwards, a very good evening.
Hi, Gugan. Hi.
Hi, thanks for joining us tonight. So, Charlene, first of all, how much of a problem is this for families, children, during school times, because they're not getting their school meals, they're going hungry? How widespread is that problem?
It's a big problem. To give it some context, we know that food poverty is part of a wider problem of poverty in the UK. It comes hand in hand with fuel poverty, issues around housing, provision of clothing, etc. And of the 4 million children in poverty in this country, it's thought that something like 2.5 million of them are living in households experiencing food insecurity. So the numbers are very high. And that we know that for children who are living with poverty, if they're entitled to free school meals, come the school holidays, there is no, they have limited access to that, so they're likely missing a meal. In terms of the British South Asian community, there are certain groups particularly impacted by food insecurity, older people, people with disabilities, those with no recourse to public funds, but also black and minority ethnic groups. And there's a significant impact seen amongst Pakistani and Bangladeshi communities.
Right. And how are Penny Appeal able to help? How are you stepping in?
Well, we do a range of activities that are around tackling food insecurity. The issue is partly that people don't have food, and there is enough food to feed everybody, but people don't have the resources to buy that food. So it's important that we meet that kind of urgent and immediate need. Some of that we do direct delivery by running community cafes and meet and eats and taking food parcels to doors. But we also do it with a range of fantastic partners around the UK who may be delivering in community centres, children's centres, on other sites, providing hot meals and distributing the food parcels that we provide. We've recently taken delivery of a community kitchen, which is a converted truck, and we're using that during the month of Ramadan, which overlaps with the Easter holidays, to make sure that we are in areas where we are most needed. So partners on the ground are identifying those areas, and we're providing hot meals. It's not means tested. So people can come and get a hot meal, take away a food parcel that will carry them through a week or two.
Oh, fantastic work. And how do you identify those children that are going without proper meals? Because I'd imagine that some may not want to say anything.
Yeah, schools are an excellent place to start. They know the children. They recognise when children, when things change for children. Children, when they're not eating, can look physically unwell. They find it hard to focus. They fall asleep at school. So schools are a good starting point. And so through our contacts with schools, because we're already in them delivering play therapy to children, through those contacts, we're able to provide food parcels. But these children all have parents, and we are making those contacts through agencies who also know the parents. If we can, however we get in, if it's directly through schools who know children or through other agencies that are working with parents in need.
And if someone's listening and they want to contact Penny Appeal direct because they know of a family or they know of a child that's struggling, that isn't getting enough to eat, particularly during school holidays, can they do that? Can they contact Penny Appeal?
I think if individuals are listening and they're in need, I would say start locally with your children's school, Children's Citizens Advice Bureau, GPs, health visitors, your housing department. They will put you in touch with food banks. If we are working with them already, they will put you in touch with us.
Yeah.
And our community kitchen may be coming to your area. If we're not, ask them to contact us, because if you're experiencing challenges, the likelihood is that people around you are. If you're an organisation, then you can contact me directly through Penny Appeal to talk about how we can work in partnership and how we can work together to tackle food insecurity. We've got this community kitchen that we can use to provide hot meals, to train people up in communities, get their food hygiene certificates, etc. We want it out on the road every day. So I'm happy to have discussions about how we can help and to, all become part of any consortiums that operate locally.
Fantastic. And how can people help you and find out more about what sounds to me like brilliant work that Penny Appeal's doing?
You can go to our website, which talks about all the work that Penny Appeal does. It's currently being updated in terms of the UK programme work and the food insecurity work. We operate entirely on, funds received by donors, so feel free to donate. But take a look at our website or contact us, and the phone number's on there, and you can ask for me, Charlene Edwards.
And Charlene, finally, I'd imagine it's you being on the ground and working with families, working with children through Penny Appeal. I'd imagine it's all getting worse. Am I right in saying? What with food prices, energy prices increasing recently so dramatically?
Yeah, we've seen, as I'm sure you're aware, we've seen a significant increase in the use of food banks in recent years. It increased again during COVID with the lockdown, families on furlough, school closures, the children not getting meals at school. And with the increase in energy prices, we're expecting to see households making choices between heating or eating. Yeah. And sadly, it's forecast, that by 2023, 16 million people will be in poverty in the UK.
Oh, that's an awful figure, isn't it? Thank you, Charlene Edwards, for joining us tonight and telling us about your great work. And best wishes to you. Enjoy the rest of Sunday.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Charlene Edwards, Director of UK Programmes at the charity Penny Appeal. Get on their website. You're going to find out more about their great work and perhaps even help them if you can.